Welcome to St. Augustine this evening. We're in St. Augustine today. And this week, everyone has a yellow-green car. Every single person in this town is driving a yellow-green car. You can't tell one car from the other right now. There's so much pollen in the air.
Oh, my word, it's crazy.
I am Snuffleupagus.
I saw 3 cars trying to be black cars today, including mine, but they were yellow-green.
Yeah. I had my car. I almost said I detailed, which would have been funny. I had my car detailed last week.
Yeah.
And of course, this week it's
Great timing.
Yeah.
Wonderful timing, sir. Couldn't have done a better job if I'd scheduled it for you myself.
Yes.
No, the white cars, they gave up first.
Yeah.
They're the first
They
ones to
didn't put
give
up a
up.
fight.
They didn't even put up a fight. The white cars were the first ones out of this fight.
Showed their bellies early.
Yes, they just gave up. I know. Every time I walk, I'm like, it can't get any worse.
Yeah.
Turns out.
It's crazy right now.
Yeah.
All right, we got a great show for you. We've got our Thursday Bollox boys are in. Obviously, the beautiful, stunning, amazing, intelligent Blake is here. And so we're very glad to have him with us as well.
Stunning and intelligent.
Look at that.
I'll definitely support one of those things.
There's my thumbnail image.
And our resident
So
genius,
handsome.
Amanda's here as well.
No, not genius. I was about to say you're just calling me those nice things because I fixed a toilet today, but no, he's calling me.
No, I was going
Should've known.
there, and then I realized the really good joke would be to throw it to Blake because he wasn't ready for it, and it worked.
It did. It worked.
Occasionally, I run into funny.
Yeah.
Not
There's your
often,
funny
but
for the week.
occasionally
You've
I
been
do.
around funny people a lot.
I have. I'm learning from them. Lenny, you're amazing.
Thank you so very much.
Very amazing.
Glad to
All
be
right, let's
appreciated.
make some money for this show. A to Z, roofing and waterproofing. They offer free estimates. They've been serving St. Johns County for over 20 years. They also offer painted metal roofs for saltwater area homes with warranties up to 25 years. And if you want a shingle roof, they've got shingle roofs with warranties up to 50 years. A to Z also installs tile roofing, cedar, shake, shingles, and designer roofing and flat roof coverings. Go to their website, A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing. Check them out today. Chuck McCone and his staff, 904-669-8037. Great guy.
He was on the cover of Social Magazine this week.
I have to give him a shout out. We just did this read. Had somebody that works at a local business. She's a receptionist there. She was having trouble. Well, I would just say Deb at Thompson Baker. Great person. Wonderful person. Just an amazing person. Having some roofing problems. I got a text message from Matt Baker. Hey, can you help? Texted Chuck. Chuck had it fixed within 3 hours.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome guy. And they're thanking me. I'm like, I didn't do anything. Chuck went out and did all the work and just was an amazing guy. So thank you, Chuck McCone, for helping an amazing person, Deb, and being an amazing guy yourself.
And making you look like you're a smart guy.
I'm smart enough to know Chuck.
There you go.
That's about that ends the lesson. I know Chuck.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I know the family at Solar Stick. Established in 2006, Solar Stick is a local portable power company proudly committed to American manufacturing, constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Stick, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing. Let's get real for a second. Finding a great dentist is like finding the perfect beach spot in St. Augustine. Rare, refreshing, and absolutely worth it. Enter Dr. Stephanie Kinsey and her team at Palencia Dental, where going to the dentist feels more like visiting a spa than sitting in that dreaded chair. Dr. Stephanie is not your ordinary dentist. She's a community superstar. When she's not transforming smiles at Palencia Dental, she's singing her heart out in the village church choir or volunteering her time as director of dentistry at the Wildflower Clinic, providing dental care to those who need it most. This is someone who doesn't just care about your teeth, she cares about you. Let's talk about the experience at Palencia Dental. From the moment you walk in, you'll wonder if you accidentally booked a luxury retreat. Relaxing atmosphere, check. State-of-the-art technology, double check. A dentist who can sing and make you laugh while crafting your perfect smile. That's a triple check, folks. So why settle for just any dentist when you can have someone who's wildly talented, deeply caring, and 100% committed to your comfort? Visit PalenciaDental.com or call 904-826-4343 to book your appointment today.
Davey needs to get reads that have a little more information.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to talk to him about this during the next.
And that was a great show.
Yes. Listen, we love Dr. Stephanie. She's absolutely
she's
awesome.
She's
Super fun
fantastic.
guest to come in. Plus, she drinks bourbon, so we like her a lot. So, yes. All right, Land Title of America, whether you realize it or not, when you refinance the sale or purchase of a home, there's a title company involved. Don't get stuck with some out-of-town title company who doesn't give a crap when you're faced with challenges. Stay local. Choose Land Title of America. Just text or call Stephen Collins, 904-501-4481. He specializes in all types of real estate transactions. Land Title, your local title company, insuring America's land one title at a time because
They give a crap.
Yay.
That's about a B plus. It's about a B. Yeah, Lenny, I need a little more emotion from you next week.
I didn't
No
get it
more
wrong
monotone
from that
stuff.
guy.
I distracted him. I was over here writing.
I need some more emotion out of Lenny. More emotion next time, young man.
Pick a subject. We'll get some.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, you keep calling him young man, you'll get more money.
You'll get a thank you card.
I just can't handle the lingering hugs that come with that. All right. Also this weekend, Amanda, what do we have? Swan Lake.
Yes, Swan Lake from Emma Concert. So save your seats. Dance Alive National
Actually,
Ballet.
March 8th.
Saturday, March 8th at 7:30 p.m. at Lewis Auditorium at Flagler College. That's 14 Granada Street, downtown.
So it's a little bit more than this weekend.
Yes,
I said
we've
this
got a
weekend
little bit
before.
more
We've
time.
got a little more time. You guys buy your
Yes.
tickets. $40 for adults, $5 for people Troy's height and students and children. So you guys make sure you get your. It's only $5 for you. You can go.
Don't make promises.
Just take the
Don't
whole
make promises
family.
you can't keep.
I won't even trim my beard.
Is Blake still a child in your family?
As far as insurance goes, yes.
Okay, just asking. All right, just
As far as
asking.
taxes go, yes.
Yes, okay. You're not your own deductible yet?
What about allowance, Blake?
Aw.
I'm working for you, kid. You know that.
Well, with this, I definitely work for my dad, so
He's following in my footsteps. He has at least 3 jobs, sometimes 4. So, right? At least 3. No, you actually have more than that. You have like 5 jobs.
yeah.
So, yeah.
So
So he's learning
Six.
from.
He works
Yeah.
hard for the money.
Not enough
Now,
of it though.
Davey Hartzell's watching, so I'm going to ask Davey the question that has been by my. Davey, were you threatened? Do you need an HR report for the morning show?
Yeah.
I heard someone threatened you with violence, Davey. So I just want to know if that's true
The
or
threats
false.
went both ways.
Okay, I
Yeah.
just want to know.
Because I think
excuse
I
me,
think
sir.
I might have been
I'm
called.
talking to Davey right now.
I think I
I'm
might have been
talking to
called-
Davey right now.
Okay, now you're bullying me. I think I might have been called a pipsqueak too. So
pipsqueak.
we both were very animated
Yes.
yesterday. So.
I was giving Davey the reach, so you know.
Yeah, that's what he said
I'm
too.
just saying.
He's like, you won't get near me.
I'm gonna
Troy's
leave
like
the
a
reach
spider monkey.
comment.
Troy's like a spider monkey. He's on you now. You can't get him off you.
I'm drinking
Like a
mess.
spider monkey.
So I heard you tried to hug Pete also.
Oh, I did hug Pete.
You're
it was,
assaulting people left and right.
I did hug Pete. It was National Hug Day, and I went in strong. And I got a full on hug before he even knew it hit him.
Were you touchy-feely, Troy?
Yeah.
Do you remember where touchy-feely came from? George Jefferson.
Oh yeah.
They had the big English guy that was
Oh,
always
yeah,
in
yeah,
there,
yeah, the
and he
guy-
had to hug.
Yeah.
He's like, Wheezy, I don't like him.
Squeeze
He's
him.
always touchy-feely. He's always hugging me. And of course, then he comes in, George, and he gives him a big hug. Like, trying to get out of the hug. He's like Pete Melfi.
Yeah.
He's trying to get out of that hug. He just couldn't do it.
But it was National Hug Day, I think, on Tuesday.
Oh, that's a hug.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
when Pete got hugged.
Is that the day you also tried to fight Davey?
Same day.
Okay, just
Same
making
day.
sure we
Same
have
day.
all that.
Today,
Yes.
Karen Sander was in, and we behaved.
Okay,
So we had Karen in as a guest, and we behaved.
awesome. What'd you guys talk about?
We talked about Night of Lights business and the Downtown Business Coalition, their group.
Any mention of residents? Just have to ask as a resident.
As a resident downtown,
Yes.
and not an islander, yes,
Yes.
we did talk
Okay,
about
just
that.
checking to make sure
Yeah.
residents were somehow mentioned in
Yeah.
the conversation.
Yes, for you islanders that really don't understand the traffic.
Full. We all
far
understand
away.
that
You're
traffic.
so far away.
We all understand that traffic.
Yeah,
Ah.
you have alternate routes to get home during that time, and you plan it
Yeah,
well.
until Gabe schedules a concert at the same time. And then you get like you're finally
Yeah.
over the 312 bridge there. Man, I made it. And then you turn the corner and you're like, concert night.
Yeah,
Concert night. Oh, and it's
Okay.
a good concert because it's backed up past the Anastasia Baptist Church. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Yeah, but I've never seen the sights that I saw when you were in charge.
Yeah.
When you
The
were in
drunk-
charge,
the
that's
drunk-
when it was
the
good.
the drunk guy from the Elks
Oh,
Lodge.
yes.
We took care of that by the very next concert.
Uh-huh.
You
Yes.
called me. I ran over there and witnessed it for myself.
Let me describe the situation to you.
You
Two
get the
lanes, two
stories.
lanes of traffic headed
Picture it,
south,
Sicily.
headed north on A1A. Elks Lodge is on the right. Several of our finest police officers working traffic a couple hundred feet in front of us. And some random guy walks out of the Elks Lodge parking lot and decides he is the parking czar. So at the same time, he tells two cars that want to turn into the Elks Lodge, come on! Yells at the cars that are headed north at a very slow rate to stop, which I think one did and one didn't. I might have been the one that stopped. And then waved two people out of the Elks Lodge at the same time. So now you had 6 people like in a space smaller than this studio, at which time I called Troy's number. I said, you might want to get over to the Elks Lodge right now.
And he
before
was
the fight
wearing,
breaks out.
he was wearing extremely dark clothing. I think he still had a cocktail in his hand.
Well, you need to do
Yes.
that, right?
So when he
Yes.
was waving, he was like spilling his drink. And
Oh, well.
When he looked at your direction, it was your turn to go.
yeah.
Didn't matter if everyone else was going. It was still your turn to go.
Eye contact counts.
Oh, he was awesome. Yes,
Yeah.
he was
So
awesome.
the next time, that is why we will. Still to this day, we have law enforcement in front of the Elks Lodge.
And
that they pay
sometimes
for.
they do something.
They
Is
do.
John
pretty
Cafferty
good.
coming to the amphitheater? That's what Heather says. Heather says John Cafferty's coming
Well,
to the
I
amphitheater.
saw.
Brand new then.
Okay, here's the
I'm
one.
feeling a little dark.
Here's the ones I saw today, and you tell me how I feel about these.
Okay.
Okay, because you understand.
Yes.
Pat Benatar,
No,
And
no,
news are
not
all
going
right.
back to that. No.
Right.
Rick Springfield.
Nope, not going back to
Both
that
of them
either.
were released. They're 2 different concerts,
I'm not going.
both released today as far as open to amp choice. And I literally looked out of the 3. I looked at him and went,
Don't forget Bare Naked Ladies.
how many songs did I last for the Rick Springfield?
Until he started playing Katy Perry.
He played Katy
And then you
Perry
were gone.
on the 3rd song.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to the bar. And I left.
As if he doesn't have famous songs on his own.
He only has 2, by the way. Okay? And you can only hear Jesse's Girl so many times. So,
It's still pretty good.
yeah.
Yes, still
Only
pretty
if you're
good.
not Jesse's
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, Noah Drake.
I was a big Rick Springfield fan, but that was not.
I
and
was-
I've seen it. I saw him in concert in the 80s, and he was really good.
Yeah.
But that was not, in my opinion, that was
Yeah,
one of the worst ones.
Yeah,
I've seen.
we went to that concert together, and I literally left at the 3rd song. I was like, I'm out of here. I can't. He's
And
singing.
if Rick
Katy.
wants to come in and sit with us, he can tell us what happened. I'm
Yeah,
happy to
tell me
interview him.
why.
I'm perfectly happy
Who-
to talk to him about this.
Who thought it would be a good idea to sing Katy Perry?
I don't. That's just a bad idea.
Yeah.
You think he lost a bet to a buddy in
I
Australia
don't
over a
know.
soccer game or Australian rules football? That's the only reason I could justify it.
Yeah.
Did you lose a bet on Australian rules football to a buddy in Australia and you had to sing Katy Perry
Yeah.
at the next
How
one?
how could your friend torture you? I mean,
Yes.
he should have taken the tattoo on the ass. Okay.
Maybe he,
he
already
had a
did.
choice.
Maybe he already did.
He had
Maybe
a
that
choice.
option wasn't on the table
He had a
anymore.
choice: either take the tattoo on the ass or sing Katy Perry at my next concert, and we happen to be his next concert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was gross. I felt just dirty after that. I was like,
I can't remember
take
which
this.
song it was. I know it wasn't "I Kissed a Girl," but I can't remember what song. It was one of our big hits.
California Girls.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was not. I didn't know what it was because
But I
wasn't
literally
in high
was
school.
listening.
That's it. All I got.
I was listening. I was like, "He's singing Katy Perry."
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was so bad I didn't recognize the song until like
Mhm.
I was like
okay.
really had to listen. And I was like, oh,
What was a roar?
Roar.
Yeah.
It was Roar.
Look at Blake, little musical
I,
knowledge.
I,
over there.
I, I, I had to Google like Rick Springfield Katy Perry cover. It was roar.
Roar. That's what it was.
Eesh.
It was it's probably her biggest selling songs.
No, thank you. No,
Yeah,
No.
it was horrible. It was horrible.
no.
You want a bad version? I mean, even in karaoke, I might have booed him.
Isn't there a fight at the amphitheater tonight?
Yeah, the police, sheriff department's doing their fight night.
They wouldn't let you in.
No,
Were you auditioning on Tuesday? They were still wouldn't let you in.
I told him I had a more important show to do.
I want to see. I want to see
Bollox at
Davey
6:34.
and Troy Blevins in the ring next year at Florida Man Games.
It'd be like this.
I want to see Davey and
Troy's
Troy
hand with his
Blevins.
hand, the arm
Yes.
extended.
If we can't get Davey to go alligator hunting with Troy, we'd at least get him to box him in a ring.
I do want to get him in the
I
boat.
so want to get him in the boat. I
wanna
want to
get
film that. I swear to you, we can make a documentary and make a gazillion dollars.
When I hit the bang stick on
Yes.
the gator, I want to see Davey's face.
I want to see his face when the gator comes up to the boat.
So do you know what a bang stick
I
is?
do.
Okay. All right. So
I'm just wondering if Davey's in it for the belt and the shoes.
yeah. So
I tried to sell him on the belt and the shoes as an angle, and he was slightly more tempted, but he's like, nah.
Throw in a wallet.
I can tell you this:
Get 'em.
Florida Man games, my gator skin will be coming out again.
Nice.
So
I'm one of the designated survivors.
Okay.
I'm not going to be there.
yeah.
Pete called me the other day, and he said, "You know, Mike, we really like to have you there, but could you be the designated survivor?" And I said, "No, Pete, I really want to come this year." He said, "No, you're the designated survivor.
You're in the bunker.
Yeah, you're in the bunker."
You're in the
But I
bunker.
said, "Pete, I know some people." He said, "Yeah, we're afraid they'll show up too.
Yeah.
We don't need people in khaki
We don't-
showing up. We don't need that. This is Florida Man
Yeah.
games. No,
Yeah.
it's not South Carolina Man games. It's Florida Man games. You're not allowed.
Well, I
to
mean, technically, you're a Maryland guy.
technically, it's minor technicality.
You're a Maryland
I was
guy.
born at a naval base. I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Was the naval hospital. So there.
Yeah. Well, you held it against McCain because he was born in a naval base in Panama or something.
No,
Wasn't
I just was wondering. I just wondered if he was legal to it was just a curiosity thing because at the time you had all these debates about is this person eligible to run? Is that person up? And he was born in Panama. And you and I both did the research and he was fully allowed to run for president. Had he been elected, he would have been he had all the rights to it. It was just curiosity. If you were born overseas.
Yeah, and we had an hour to kill.
Yeah, we did. I think that argument lasted about 75 minutes. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, we did a good job with that argument. Yeah, I don't think it's over yet. You lost.
I think I think the professor was on my side.
Oh, God. Well, if I had George on my side, I won.
Yeah.
Because I had music. Reference back to the old days. All right.
Back to music. Rick Springfield will be joined by John Cafferty and
Okay.
Wang Chung and John Waite. It's the I Want My 80s tour.
Oh,
Now
so
that
he's got 4
actually,
songs.
yeah.
Wang Chung.
John Waite's got a couple of good songs.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Everybody Wang Chung. You got one from them. I think that's the
I
only
think
good
they
one.
have
from
one
them.
other one, but
Yeah, who's the other? And John Cafferty
And
Yeah.
the Beaver
Yeah.
Brown Band.
and the Beaver
Yeah.
Brown Band. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so. I might sit
what
in
is
the front
it?
yard
It was
for that
Eddie
one.
and the Cruisers.
Yeah.
Yes,
Eddie and the
the
Cruisers.
Dark Side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I think he did a lot of the soundtrack that wasn't just that song.
Yeah.
And apparently there was a tie with Bruce Springsteen, whether Springsteen had something to do with the song. If you guys want to look it up, I can't remember, but Springsteen had a
I
tie
can tell you
into
this:
that
they
song.
have him as the lead on it. I didn't get past his name. I didn't get past his name. I'm just letting you know right now. I didn't get past his name. And you know I love the 80s,
Yeah.
but no, I didn't
All right.
get past his name.
Hey, Heather's,
song?
if you don't read the comments, Heather's got a great thing. What was the saying in Eddie and the Cruisers, the movie? What was the saying they kept saying?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Eddie lives.
Eddie lives.
Eddie lives.
She's too young for that.
Apparently not.
Yep. So anyway, Amanda's looking up. Do you have internet?
I do, barely.
Okay. All right.
What did you want me to look up?
The song "The Dark Side," John Cafferty, the Beaver Brown Band, did Bruce Springsteen have something to do with it?
Okay.
You'll
Okay.
figure out how to shorten that and make
All right.
AI make me look good. All right, Blake, are you surviving? Are you okay this week? There was a story about people that do not like Donald Trump have been going to therapy. I know you have 5 jobs now. Do you have enough income to afford therapy, or are you still just asking your dad questions and he answers?
It's kind of a third option for me because I do go to therapy once a month, but he's the one that pays for it.
So you do get an allowance.
Yeah, he gets an allowance for that.
All right, Lenny, are you okay? Are you surviving? We're like almost a month in or so, and are you okay?
Oh, I'm just watching the walls come tumbling down. I've come to accept this and say maybe we can put it back together again, but probably not.
But I think you and I are sitting there looking at it with the same look on our face. But your look is, I can't believe this is happening.
I can't believe it's happening.
My look is, I can't believe this is happening. I'm so happy. And so it's a different look. But I mean, yeah, I'm just like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Just like every other president.
I'll leave it at that before we really delve into this.
Just like every other president, we'll see.
Right.
Because we really don't know yet.
No,
Yeah.
we don't know.
We don't know yet.
No.
So we'll see.
No, I do think it's, I'm amazed at how much money Politico was getting in subscriptions
word.
from the government. I mean, Pete Melfi missed out. He should have been over at Tallahassee getting those legislators to get subscriptions to the 904 now, and he would already be retired.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing
We
to
don't
me.
take political money.
Well, no, it wouldn't be political money. It's from departments signing up.
Uh,
That was the beauty of it.
Yeah.
I mean, now every department head is going, wait a minute, how many Politico subscriptions do we have? They found them in U.S. Aid, the Interior Department. There's another department, I can't remember which one it was, maybe been Treasury. Every one of them was funneling money to Politico. I'm betting Politico doesn't make it till June.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're pulling millions of dollars out of here and $8 million out of there. And then Reuters, I think, got money. Reuters and the BBC. AP got money.
Reuters.
AP's done. You don't call it the Gulf of America. You don't get to come to my press conferences.
Wait.
No.
No censorship.
They're still in the press room. They don't get to come to the Oval Office with the president.
They have a photographer.
That's
in
a
the Oval
present.
Office.
Someone
a
asked.
But they can't ask a question. They threw him out.
Is there
twice.
still a separation?
No, there is none.
Okay, I thought that was supposed to
church
be.
and state
Yeah.
of powers.
Yeah.
Pick any. No, there's no borders. The only border we have is the southern
Were
border.
you upset
Well,
that
don't forget about Canada.
conservatives couldn't get a seat in the Biden press room?
That's wrong as well.
So any conservative
Wait.
blogger could get a seat in the press conference.
I don't know that he could or couldn't.
So Fox,
First of all, there's
Fox
a
didn't
limited
make it in
space.
the room.
Yeah,
Wait a
yeah,
minute,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
Fox was in the
conservatives.
room.
If you want to go to moderates, we'll talk about them next. Right now, I'm talking about conservatives, and leave it there.
I'm pretty sure Newsmax
Please.
probably snuck their way
I am
in
a
there as
moderate.
well.
I am a moderate.
Ow.
Do not put them in my room.
Exactly.
Well, I don't want them in my room either.
Boy, how the mighty have fallen. And I don't mean you. I mean poor Fox. Well, there's nobody left. They're all working. They're all cabinet secretaries.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Gretchen Carlson didn't get one, though.
She's
Hannah
gone.
Oh, look at the whole room. I brought the whole mood down just by mentioning Gretchen's name. You guys are killing
She
me.
doesn't want to do anything with Fox or Trump anymore. Ugh.
Didn't she win a lawsuit against Fox?
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Fox still has funny old Greg Gutfeld.
Love Gutfeld. If you say anything negative about him, I am going to do what Troy wanted to do to Davey to you.
Red Eye's much better. All right, here. All right, Mike.
Baby, you know I love you, man.
All right, Mike. But you have to be honest. Red Eye is much better than Gutfeld.
I couldn't stay up for Red Eye. It was. I actually tape it. I
You
watch it
don't
at
stay
home.
up for Gutfeld
I
either.
usually tape it. If I'm up at
You
10
tape
o'clock when
it.
he comes on, I'm up way too late for my bedtime.
He instructed a guy in his 20s to DVR Gutfeld so he could watch it. And he's like, what's a
Is
DVR?
that not the term? Are we still not using that term?
No.
What do we call it now?
Just taping, I
You
think.
just go and watch clips. That's
Yeah,
all.
just go back.
Okay.
People in their 20s do.
You can
Could be
watch
time
clips?
shifting.
You have to watch the whole show,
You
including
have
the
to watch
commercials?
You can watch what's reels.
Mm-mm.
Oh, jeez.
Next, you're going to tell me I can watch something in a minute on NBC News, and they're going to give me an update. Remember that News in a Minute or something that they had? The stars would come across the screen. You're like, this is going to suck.
That's when I switched it over to Paul Harvey.
This is going to suck.
10-10 wins. Give us 12 minutes and we'll give you all the news. I thought he was going to be at the Florida Theater, but I don't see it.
Gutfeld?
Yeah.
He is going to be at the Florida Theater.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, Blake, I'm going to buy you a ticket. Silence.
He's like, I'll drive you for a fee.
Drink as much as you want.
You better give me 5 stars.
Is that job 7? Or is that job 6?
Listen, I give Blake stars. Yeah, I give him stars.
I think it's job 7.
I think that's 7.
So seriously, is there anything that has happened in the last 3 weeks as far as uncovering corruption that you guys that don't like Trump would go, well, I can kind of get behind that.
I can tell you this. I've been so concerned about our local stuff that's going on here.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I'm
that.
really not paying attention to the whole national stuff because there's, it all ends up taking care of itself in a lot of different ways. I couldn't stand W in a lot of different things that he did, but we survived it.
Yeah.
And we're going to survive this. And, I know the Democrats are like, saying the sky is falling and stuff like that, but we're going to get past it. We always have, and we always will. So
I want to give Democrats just one kind of thing for encouragement, right? If Trump is wildly successful at tearing most of this down, eventually you guys are going to get elected in the next 20 years. You can build some of it back. You love bigger government. We're giving you an opportunity to start over and build a big, beautiful government that you didn't have before.
here,
And you're right, because there'll be nothing left. So it'll be from ground zero.
It'll be from
right
ground
up.
zero. That's
There'll be
right.
six sycophants, and that's all he has to replace. The
here's
question will be what happens in the midterms, honestly.
here's the warning: when you make drastic changes in government, there ends up being changes in the policies and the politics of it. And it's usually backfires on the person that's making drastic changes. Whether they're right or wrong, drastic changes don't feel good to the public.
Well, you've rolled into something I wanted to talk about. And so I was just got into this thought process this morning. I was reading some stuff about the Lincoln Douglas debate. And I got thinking about Mount Rushmore. Right. And
That's our topic tonight.
I know. Geniuses, right? Great minds. And I got thinking about the 4 people that were up there. And, all of them did things that a large part of the population in the United States or in the Great Britain colonies hated them for.
Yeah.
Washington was hated by a third of the country that did not want the United States to be the United States. They want to be a part of Great Britain. People shot at him on the battlefield. I don't know if anybody shot at Jefferson, but he wasn't loved because he wrote the Declaration of Independence. It basically told the Queen, we're done. And the King, we're done, right? We're now on our own. Teddy Roosevelt was actually shot. He was actually shot.
Still gave a speech.
And still gave a speech. And Lincoln was despised. He was so hated when he wasn't even president for a couple weeks, and the South said, we're out. We're out. And then he was killed after winning the Civil War. So you look at this. If you're going to make great changes in this country, you're going to be hated by a lot of people.
Well,
you might be well remembered down the road, but I guarantee you there were a lot of people in 1863 in this country, most of them probably in the South, that hated Abraham Lincoln.
And you and I talked about this when we had Uncommon Ground. If we always agreed, that means only one of us is thinking. And I can tell you right now, if you don't have enemies, have you really lived a life? And I got a lot of enemies.
You've got a lot of enemies.
But you know what?
You've lived a lot more than I have.
I have a lot of enemies, and I lived a life, but I've also been able to accomplish stuff. I might have stepped on some toes to get there, but that's sometimes what it takes.
Yeah.
So
when I look at this vitriol back at Trump, I just think it's to me, it follows a pattern of our country. When you have changes and you have people that are agents of change, there's a status quo that just doesn't want to give up their place at the food trough or a place where, we've got the system jury rigged, so we're making money and we don't want to lose our money. I'm going to be really curious to see what liberals have to say when they find corruption within the Defense Department.
Well,
that's what I'm really going to be curious. If liberals are screaming about, no, we shouldn't find that corruption, for years they've wanted the Pentagon audited, I'm going to be shocked.
I'll tell you this. By the time Trump's done, he's going to have enemies on both sides.
I think he already
I think he already has enemies on both sides. But I think he's going to, by pushing the envelope, which I think he's making drastic changes that, even if you make drastic changes in your business world, unless things are going wrong, really, really wrong, you shouldn't make drastic changes. You should change something, see if that works, then keep changing and build into it.
Yeah, incremental.
Yeah. He's not doing that. So the way he's doing it, in politics, what is it? It's not the friends you have, it's the enemies you collect. And he's going to collect a lot of enemies. I mean,
well, my question is, though, at what point at $32 trillion in debt do you finally have to go, we can't take a scalpel to this. We just got to take a wrecking ball to it.
Well,
we're $32 trillion in debt, climbing, with nobody in either party having the ability, the balls, whatever you want to say, to be able to say we're not going to do this anymore. And there's one thing in Washington that both parties love, and that's spending tax dollars.
Well, and people can bitch, but this spiral started in 2001.
Yes, I completely agree.
It started in 2001.
Yes.
And we haven't been able to dig our way out of it. Now, Clinton, I don't want to give Clinton too much because he came through with the .com stuff, and it was a really great economic time for
But you also
everybody.
had the Cold War was over.
Yeah.
We completely quit spending on defense and had the first budget surplus we'd had in forever because the Cold War was over.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is we really haven't had a stable economy since Clinton, and I'm not giving him credit for that.
I give him some credit for it. I mean, I just do. I mean, it was under his presidency, 8 years.
But he was able to cross. Love him or hate him, he was able to cross over in a lot of different ways. It made some Democrats mad too. But how he governed at that point, shit got done.
Yeah.
You know, whether you liked him or disliked him, shit got done.
He figured out a way to, I believe the term was triangulate.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's the term they used.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but, you know, that's, he's going to go down for all his scandals and things like that. He'll never be on a Mount Rushmore. But he's the last one that I know that was able to make both sides work together. After that, it separated.
Well, but
Clinton won't be on Mount Rushmore, but he was in a portrait in Jeffrey Epstein's house wearing a blue dress. Legitimately, he was.
The blue dress?
Yes. He was painted in the blue dress in a portrait in Jeffrey Epstein's
Stains
house.
at all? Yes, okay.
I had to have the stains on it.
Of course.
yeah, the Saints on it. It's going to be.
Was he smoking a cigar?
Do any of you
I
think
believe
the?
so.
Speaking of that, does anybody
I think
think
I
the
can find a
list
picture
is
of it.
coming out?
That's
There's
what they
rumors
say.
that the list is coming out. Does anybody believe the list will come out? Blake Blevins, do you believe the list will come out?
I think the list will be heavily redacted, but yes.
Amanda, coming out or not coming out?
At this point, I think Trump just wants to burn it down, so I think it's going to come out.
Troy Blevins.
There'll be more black lines, and I agree with Blake. There'll be a list,
because
but it won't be a real list.
there's going to be 2 names that are not going to be on the list that we know might be on the list.
Who?
Who's currently in Oval Office right now?
I will honestly tell you.
I don't think Trump's
I-
on it. Do you
Trump's
think
not on the
Trump's on
list.
there? I don't think Elon. You don't think Elon? You're not saying Elon and Trump, do you? No.
What list is this?
The Epstein.
list.
Yeah.
The island list.
Oh,
Epstein's
okay.
list. I don't
So,
think Trump's on there, and I don't think Elon's
I'm going
on
to
there.
tell you
No,
why.
Trump wouldn't go there. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you why I don't think he's on the list. Right?
Epstein got banned.
If he
his
was
properties.
on the list,
Mhm.
it would have already come out.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
would have put that out. As much as they
100%.
hate
Yeah,
him,
the Democrats.
they'd have burned down 10 of their own to get him. Not on the list,
They'd have
just
broke,
because of that.
they'd have broke 4,000 laws to make sure that got out.
Yeah.
So that he's not on there. Elon's not on there.
Yes.
Elon was probably too young in his career.
Mhm.
Probably living on his couch, just starting his company when all that stuff was going down. So
Yeah.
he wasn't important enough at that time to be on that list.
And I'm also going to say this: I don't know the type of person that would go to the island, right? I mean, but I think Elon was doing pretty good in the girl scene based on the number of kids he has.
He's got like
Right?
11.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he
12,
was missing
12
for that kind of
Yeah,
connection.
yeah.
I think some of the
I think
people
he
that
talks to a
went.
couple of them
or-
too.
Yeah.
Like the little kid that's
He can't
hanging in
run-
the Oval Office,
He can't pronounce
taking
their
his nose
names.
and eating it on TV.
Well, that's
yeah.
I
intentional.
can't either.
Nobody
No one
can.
can.
That's,
So
why,
here's,
that's why he just names him after his
here's the
Twitter
painting.
handle.
It wasn't on Epstein's island. It was in Epstein's townhouse in Manhattan.
Who's that?
That's
This is the painting of Bill Clinton in
Oh, okay.
Epstein's townhome in Manhattan.
Looking good, Bill.
I didn't think his ankles would look that
Yeah.
good.
I thought his chest was a
He's
little
got
curvy.
he's got the
but-
best ankles in his family.
Yeah, compared to his wife, that's a slam dunk.
She has cankles.
Yes, she does.
Which might be why they're in the painting.
Yeah.
Just to dig at Hillary. That's
I
a
wore the
weird
red
painting.
shoes better than you, honey.
Those are gross.
Oh man,
Do you think
wore
he
it
sat for that portrait?
I'm gonna tell you, he would have won the womanless beauty pageant here in St. Augustine with that dress.
Yeah.
He'd have kicked Troy's butt.
I
Not
finished
against
second.
Davey.
Mm-hmm.
I lost to
Paula Dean.
Paula Dean.
Paula Dean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And her pounds of butter.
Yeah.
She loves that butter.
Oh yeah, I would say that.
Bruce Springsteen did not sing on the
No,
dark
he did,
side.
but I think he had something to do with the song. Whether
It
he
not-
wrote it or he had something to do
I'll
with
see.
it. I'm just
Still
going
looking.
from a very foggy 40-year-old memory of Eddie Lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie and the Cruisers.
Eddie and the Cruise. What a great movie.
It was a great movie.
It was a great movie. Was that Eddie at the end walking down the street looking in the...
I don't remember that much detail about it.
So good.
See, the fact that you remember that much about the 80s, were you really there?
You didn't try
I
hard
was
enough,
there.
obviously.
I was there. I was just taking care of guys like you.
Yeah. you made
Making
sure,
sure
I got
you
home.
survived
I
to
got
the
home.
90s. So
So-
I was trying. I was
Yeah,
doing
there's
my
a-
best.
There's a couple people watching right now that helped me get home during the 80s.
There's more than a
So-
few. All right, are you guys ready? I got a ton of trivia questions.
okay.
Do you have
Let's put this
anything
out.
else that you guys want to kind of talk on, or that you have that's interesting? And you go, all right, I want to.
What was your thoughts on Elon's kid, X, being in the Oval Office with Elon and President Trump?
Well, I feel for Elon. He's donating so much of his time to government, Blake. Apparently, he can't afford a babysitter.
Yeah, yeah, because
It was bring your kid to work day.
It was. Yeah, but
Trump bought Elon. Elon
Yeah.
brought his son.
Yeah, but the reason why I brought that up was because apparently someone found like a closer figure of X mouthing like you're not the president. Shut up. Like he literally said.
Oh, that's just.
I know.
That's just bogus. That's just.
I know.
Yeah. See, that's what drives me nuts when people get too far on either side.
Yeah.
They lose rational thoughts.
I know.
Put stuff like that.
I
out.
know.
So speaking of losing rational thought,
Yes.
Me.
all during the election, the Washington Post said Trump was a Nazi and Trump was a dictator and Trump was this and Trump was that. This was the headline in the Washington Post this week. Trump's second term is all about curtailing government power and reach.
Is that on the comics page?
No. That is on the cover of the Washington Post. That's their headline. And I'm like, does someone want to tell them that a fascist and a dictator doesn't curtail government power and reach? He actually tries to extend it and then get more control. So I'm laughing at the Washington. They're so frustrated he's breaking down all these departments. And then they run a headline about it and like, wait, time out. You guys are so confused by all of this. You can't keep your story straight about why you hate them.
Oh, but that's every newspaper
I
ever.
was laughing.
So.
Yeah, but now it doesn't matter because, the newspapers are fighting their ownership. That's the same thing, it's all about the Benjamins. And I don't mean Franklin at this point in time. Well, I do, but be that as it may.
he's on the.
I agree with you. It's all about the Benjamins because all the people that wrote bad stories about Trump were all getting money from the federal government to write bad stories about Trump.
Oh, no,
So I completely agree with you. It's about the
Well,
Benjamins.
I think
I'm talking about the
I think
ownership of
all's a little
newspapers.
strong, but
Most. A large percentage.
majority. All.
Politico, CBS, Reuters, BBC, AP. If you're getting paid from the government and you're defending the government, you're not exactly what we would call an objective
I am
journalist.
sad about
Impartial.
Reuters because Reuters was kind of my neutral go-to.
Not anymore, baby.
Well, not anymore. I guarantee
Is
you
it
they're-
neutral
they're-
if it's government funded?
Yeah. Well, everything's government funded.
Yeah.
Everything is government funded.
We're
Or is
not.
it- huh? Oh yeah, we are.
Voice
We
of America
are
is government
not.
funded.
This show is definitely not. I can tell you, Bollox will never be government funded.
No. no.
Bollox puts way more money into the government in liquor taxes than they ever get out of it from a payment. I can tell you that much right now.
Sad but true.
But Reuters is one of the ones that I looked at as kind of the way they wrote.
Yeah.
I could associate with them, because they weren't really. They're not based in the U.S. They have U.S. writers, but they're not based.
I told
in
you
the
a long
US.
time ago not to trust them.
Yeah.
And you
I
just
told
looked
you a
at me
long
like I was crazy.
I told you a long time ago not to trust Fox, and how'd that treat you?
I quit them a long time ago. I quit them before you quit Reuters. One of us learned from the advice.
And what did Reuters do to have you disown them?
Oh no, it's about the whole funding through the government and some of the writings that were influenced. from
Reuters
that
got
money.
government money too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're
They're-
getting government money.
In what fashion?
Canadian.
Oh, good.
Oh, so it's not as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, now I feel bad for Reuters taking Canadian money. And now I got to retract half my statements. I mean, that's like getting ripped off. Everybody else was getting greenbacks, and they're having to take Canadian money.
Yeah, greenbacks.
They're Canadian based.
Oh, they are Canadian based, but they were getting U.S. dollars.
Yeah.
Yes.
In what fashion?
So the way Politico was getting money is you had these people paying for premium subscriptions.
Okay.
Now, when you have a couple people, it's like $500 worth of premium subscriptions. I'm like, I can put up with that. That might pass the audit. Millions of dollars worth of. So somehow there was word going around to people that were leaning left. Hey, Amanda, did you sign up for that premium subscription to Politico? We're
Yeah,
all
maybe.
supposed to sign up for it. There's no way you can get all of your employees to sign up for it unless, part of your perk, Lenny, welcome to the USAID office,
Incentive.
is you have a premium subscription to Politico.
Thank you very much.
That's the other way you could do it, but that's somebody at the top of the organization blatantly throwing money. And then, hey, all of a sudden, every article that comes out about USAID is a great article, and we're an amazing organization.
My feeling is the news should stay out of the politics and shouldn't accept that money.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and politics should stay out of the news and give us what's real instead of what's ratings. And the real to ratings will never come back. It'll
So
never
there
come
was
back.
a Motley Crue song. I think it started with "They Say I'm a Dreamer."
Mhm. Yeah,
I think
that's what I'm
I
saying.
honestly,
I said it
I
would
was
never
going
come
to
back.
sing a few bars, but I didn't want to lose our audience.
It's gone like
You
the
hard
dodo
rocker,
bird.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gone like the dodo bird.
Yes.
It really is.
It's not good. It's not good. All right.
Except on the 904 now.
We got trivia. Last week we had an outright winner from the audience, which was amazing and unbelievable. We have not had that in a long time. So congratulations. Blake, I got some questions. I'm just going to apologize right now. So, some of these are,
He took my title.
they might be slightly inappropriate for your age bracket, but I'm going to ask them anyway. Barbara Jean told me I had to.
Time to get serious then.
All right.
Blake's got his rally hat on.
I'm warming.
After
Can you
last week-
smile on the camera now that your hat? There we go.
After
We love
last
that.
week's
Right
performance.
that time.
I'm
5
going to let
points.
you guys warm up a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right, true, false. On X this week, the Democrats posted this, true or false? This was their accomplishment of the week. Voted down a bill to allow municipalities to remove fluoride from their water systems. True or false?
I'm going to say that's true.
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 All of you get a point. I told you it was an easy glide in.
Thank you for the softball.
We're on the board.
Lenny,
All right.
here's the headline that Mike mentioned.
Where am I looking?
Washington Post, Trump's second term is all about curtailing government's power. It's there's a 30-second delay.
Hey,
All right,
Thank you.
Troy Blevins.
Yes, sir.
How many subscribers did Disney Plus lose in the fourth quarter of 2024? How many subscribers?
How many subscribers?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, it'd be
Did they
good if-
lose?
It'd be good if I knew how many subscribers they actually had.
A lot.
So I'm going to go 6 point. That's way too many. No, I'll stay with it. 6.9 million.
6.9 million. Lenny,
12 million.
Blake,
4.20 million.
Amanda.
420. I
That's
like
why you
it.
got that in there.
All right. Let's see.
69 million.
He already did 6.9. I'm not going to go 69 million. I'll say 12.1.
All of you are like way over the top. Disney lost that many a long time ago. They only lost 700,000.
I was going to go
That's
600.
only
Dang it.
700,000.
I almost traded it
So-
down.
But I still get the point.
Blake gets the
yeah.
point.
Rally
Yep.
cap's working.
That's it. The rally cap's working. All right. Lenny.
Hi.
All right. Let's see if I can figure this question
I get a
is.
numbers question. I get to go last.
Oh, gosh. So this week, Donald Trump pulled $7 billion from an EV charger program that the Biden administration had started. 55 EV chargers were cut. They still had $7 billion to spend. How much is that per EV charger that was saved?
How many that are still in?
No. How much money did we save as taxpayers by canceling 55 EV chargers that there were $7 billion set aside for? What's the per charger savings for the taxpayer?
Per charger.
Per
individual
charger
charging
savings.
station.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
2.5 million.
Blake, there's not many zeros. You just gave up on doing math.
I said so. So what was the total?
7 billion, 55 chargers. What's the per charger savings for the United
I
States?
thought there was a story that they didn't build a single one, so I'm going to say 7 billion.
Okay, there were 7 billion total, 55 chargers. I got you. Okay,
I didn't think they built a single one.
they didn't, but per charger, what was the savings
Oh,
per charger?
Yeah.
That's why you weren't doing math.
Yeah, 10,000 legs.
Amanda.
And he's beating us.
Yeah, I know he's winning.
all right. Hold on. I haven't.
Oh, you're
What?
done.
You
You're
already
done.
gave
You're
your
done.
answer.
Your
You're
hat is
done.
squeezing too tight.
Yeah,
See
you
what happens
did.
when you're in front? Right.
You did 2.5 billion?
Million.
Million. Okay, I'm going to say 2.5 billion.
Okay.
Per charger.
All right.
And I'm going to go
windmill.
690 million.
690 million. So the actual answer, because I did the math, 127,727,727 per charger.
I should have went 69
Per
million.
charger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Troy and I would have taken that contract in a heartbeat.
All day
In
long.
a heartbeat and been done with
All
that.
day
We'd
long.
have taken that contract and run. Oh my
Me,
gosh.
right?
Lenny.
Hey.
You got the point.
Lenny got the point.
Oh, excited. So, but what does Elon have to say about this? Because these are not necessarily Tesla chargers. These are just generic EV chargers.
They're just generic e-chargers. Yep.
Okay.
All
So
right.
if you're not charging your Tesla in your garage or the supercharger, you're
You're not
shit out of
charging.
luck.
All right. Blake, this is, I think this might be good news for you, but I'm not 100% sure. company sanctioned sex days may be coming soon to a company near you.
Troy's.
No, not in this
indeed.
company. Not in this company. I just want you to know that. And most of you volunteer, so
So you get
no.
a day off for this?
Yeah.
A couple hours at least.
Coming soon
I
to
only need 30
increase
minutes.
productivity. A new report shows that a shift in workplace culture, that is, employers and their workers looking at company-sanctioned sex days. Barbara Jean, you retired too soon. That's right. Sexual wellness has become a workplace topic, and recent analysis shows that time off for an intimate romp actually increases productivity in the workplace.
Productivity's increasing
Yeah.
because
No.
of sex.
All right. So, Blake,
Helps me.
what percentage of Americans said they'd feel comfortable approaching their manager about taking a sex day or a sexual wellness day?
100%. Oh, sorry. It wasn't.
Yeah, and
What percentage?
and you're asking this to the only guy that's currently single right now in this entire room.
I told you I was going to apologize for some of the questions coming your way, and I
You're
did.
still in the lead.
Thank you for making me feel like crap,
7 million.
Mike.
Yes. So, it's just what percentage of your coworkers at all the jobs
It's
that you
not
have?
All right.
people who are actually getting some. People who
All
are
right,
comfortable talking to their boss about
32.9%.
32.9.
69%.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go 68.
I'll go 25.
Yeah. Just have, I just have to,
1 in 5.
1 in 5.
1 in 5.
20%.
20%. Lenny is
Lenny's
very
killing it.
comfortable. Yes.
Crushing.
Yes.
They need
I'm
new bosses.
going to lowball you all day.
So the real
If they're
question
not comfortable
is,
talking, because you should be comfortable to talk to your boss about anything.
would any of you go to your boss
Oh,
and
hell
I
go,
yeah.
love that
Wait
it's
a
a
minute,
sex
wait a minute.
question, and he's
Hey,
like,
hold
I'll lowball you.
wait a minute, would you have gone to Leon Scheimer and told him that your first
Oh, hell
job?
yeah. Hell yeah. There's
on.
not a boss that I have that I wouldn't have that conversation. And there's not a boss that I have that wouldn't be like, well, okay, I expect that from you.
Lenny, would you go to your boss? Any of your bosses in the past say, I think I need a sexual wellness day and I'm going home?
Probably.
Probably. But did you?
I work for myself. I got clearance from my boss all the time to go.
Just like his sex life. I work for myself.
Hello, I love you. Hello, I love you too.
All right, Blake.
Hiding hands.
Oh, man.
They're definitely very soft, though.
Moisturize.
Oh, the friction exfoliates.
Oh, my gosh.
Would you go to your boss, Blake? I can't see you doing it.
Excuse me, John. I unfortunately cannot stat the baseball game because fortunately I need to have sex.
I love the giggle. I'm a chronic oversharer, so if it was like, hey, I'm ovulating and I need to go get knocked up, I'd absolutely say that to my boss.
Let me tell you how this would go between Amanda and I. Mike, I need to talk to you about something. Amanda, go. Just go. Just take off and go.
Call
I don't wanna
Blake.
hear, I don't
Call
need to know.
Blake.
Just go.
I have a personal question.
No, you're off. Take it out. In fact, take the whole. You're good.
Mazel tov.
Here's the keys to my car.
Just go. I'll get
the
a
keys
number
to
home.
his
Just
car.
leave.
Just have a detail when you're done.
He wants it back.
Oh, man.
It's got a big back seat. It's a truck.
Yeah. What percentage, Amanda, of employees said that offering sex days could significantly reduce the stigma surrounding sexual health?
What percentage said
Yeah.
it would reduce stigma?
Yep.
I'll say it's the same, 20%.
20%.
I was going to say the fact that we're so uptight about even asking about it. So I'm going to go with 33%.
Jesus' age at death.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Put a damper on things, why don't you?
That brought us back to important stuff.
God made sex.
I'm just glad I didn't say, well, he could whistle through his hand that day. But
Not good.
Sam Kinison joke. It's
No,
an old Sam
no,
Kinison joke.
Lenny, what number are you thinking?
44, Mike. Let's go 44.
Hey, you know I invented humor.
Blake?
Ooh.
God.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
What do you got, Blake?
Where'd you go?
I'm gonna go with it. 69.
Hey, Gary.
69. The actual answer, 47%.
Wow.
Killing it.
47%.
Tom Glavine.
You can concede now, because I can screw this up between now and the end of the game.
All right. So, Troy, what percentage said they'd be willing to give up free meals and snacks to have the sexual day? What percentage said they'd
How
be
many
giving
were
up
men?
I don't
How
have
many
that
were
number.
women?
I don't know the number.
Because that is a
It's
big factor.
It's a big factor.
Yeah, because
It's a big factor.
guys give it up.
Yes.
Well, if it's all men, 100%.
Yep.
Guys do give it up 100% of the time.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but you need
Our
the
light
girls to
switcher
give
is
it up.
always on.
Yep.
So, all right, read it the way it's. What percentage?
What percentage of those surveyed said they would give up free meals and snacks from the job? Yep.
Well, you can pick stuff up on the way to and from.
You gotta pay for it. You're giving up the
you're
free
working up an
meals.
appetite.
I'm gonna say that number is lower. I'm gonna make it like 16%.
Lenny,
I'll stick with 20.
Blake,
For me, this ain't the answer.
100%.
This ain't
Way
the
to qualify.
answer.
Yeah.
This ain't the answer.
Yeah.
For me, I definitely would rather have Chick-fil-A than sex. But my answer,
you won't one day.
no.
Yeah.
21.
21. Amanda,
Go for broke. 69%.
69%. The actual answer is 23.
All right.
Blake gets himself back tied with Lenny.
Chick-fil-A over sex, though.
Yeah. So to give Amanda a chance, we're going to stop asking sex questions.
Sorry,
She
Amanda.
got crushed on that.
I just do it. I don't do the numbers.
Oh, man. Who's up? Lenny?
I didn't get a single one of them right.
Lenny,
Okay.
Lenny's up.
Lenny's up. The Department of Health and Human Services canceled a $170,000 contract for an exhibit to this former Health and Human Services official. There was going to be an exhibit in Health and Human Services offices to a former Health and Human Services official, and it was $170,000 it was going to cost, and they canceled it. Who was the official?
Fauci.
Fauci. All right.
Gotta be Fauci.
I'm unfortunately going to have to take myself out of the equation. I need to make important calls, so disqualify me.
All right. And
There he goes, getting snacks.
I'll
Or is it sex?
Chick-fil-A's in danger.
We're not paying for that, Blake.
So if it's not Fauci, the only other one I could think of was Coop.
C. Everett?
Yeah.
Great beard.
And I got to catch up because I think I'm like 3 behind. So I'm going to say Coop.
Coop. Fauci.
Okay.
Fauci. So
I
Amanda,
thought it was, but I needed to.
Lenny,
I had to make
and
up some
Blake.
ground.
Blake all got a point. Kathy got a point as well.
Do we redistribute Blake's points?
No,
It's
we're-
what he would have wanted.
Let's go. Yeah. And
That's what he
whoever
wanted.
has the same last name as him should get them.
Oh, no. I have the same initial.
Whoever pays his rent should get them.
So Amanda,
Uh-huh.
Come on, Amanda.
Oh,
You got to make up some
I
ground
had
here,
a
right?
long week, guys.
so Trump was suing CBS for $10 billion.
Uh-huh.
After all the information came out and the transcript came out, he changed the dollar amount of the Kamala Harris interview and CBS editing it. What is the new amount he is suing CBS for? Used to be $10 billion. What is it now?
What is it now?
Yep.
Me, right?
Mhm.
I'll say 20 billion.
I'll say is he 47?
This time, yeah.
Yeah, he's 47. I'll say he's 47 billion.
Lenny?
100 billion. And as you do the math there, my point about owners of media capitulating for their bottom line
Mm-hmm.
is if the Paramount Skydance merger goes through,
Yes.
Sherry Redstone will get $14 billion,
Mm-hmm.
which is why she's going to get them to settle because she doesn't want the Trump administration to look side-eyed on her.
Oh, they've already said that they're doing everything they can to get rid of this because they wanted to do that merger. So yeah.
Right. So, and she will personally get $14 billion out of this. Sumner's daughter.
The answer is 20 billion.
Really?
Right on the nose. 20 billion with Amanda. Kathy had 18 billion.
Amongst friends.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Twice as bad as he
Troy,
thought it was.
Troy Blevins.
Right, exactly. I forgot to pay.
Elon Musk, trolling everyone, changed his Twitter handle this week.
Mhm.
In classic Simpson fashion, one of the CNN announcerettes read his new handle on the air. It was like Bart Simpson calling Mose.
Mhm.
What name did he use that the CNN reporter had to read on the air?
Um,
Now remember, Big Balls made the made the rounds last week.
Well-
19-year-old kid. What a great name for a 19-year-old kid online, by the way.
Yeah, I was leaning towards
got beat up a lot.
I was leaning towards eat my shorts.
Yes.
But when you said it's something with Moe's, then I went to more like a name, Mike, the last name.
Okay,
Hunt.
I know what you mean.
Hunt.
I got you. I know what you got.
So,
Yep.
I'm gonna go with that.
All right, I got you, Mike's friend. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to sacrifice the point and hope he changes it to hi, I'm a dipshit.
Hi, I'm a dipshit. You may not ever get a
you
point
really
for that
think
one.
Elon's a dipshit?
No, I don't think. No, but I think he's got a whole lot of nerve.
Blake, Elon Musk changed his Twitter handle this week.
Plus, he doesn't talk.
And
about
the
kids 'cause she's
CNN
trans.
reporter at
I
Babe
that
read it
She stopped talking to
online.
him.
What was his new
Yeah.
Twitter handle that she read online?
Harry Balls.
Harry Balls.
Played against a baseball game. He literally his name at Rollins. He was the second baseman for Rollins. His name was and still is Harry Balls.
His parents
And
are
he
still
could-
being questioned.
Crush it.
Spelled BOLZ.
Yeah.
That's how he spelled it, but she pronounced it, and I'm dying. I watched it. I had to go back and watch it again. I thought, I cannot wait to see when he changes it again. I mean, all you had to do is say he changed his name and move on. But she went right before I was
Full
like, this
Ron
is great.
Burgundy.
Yeah,
Full Ron
Right,
Burgundy.
I don't know if
Well,
you guys can
I mean,
find that.
Could have been
online.
sweaty.
Yeah, sweaty balls.
That would have been copyright
But if
infringement
you
with
can,
us.
if you can find it,
Alec Baldwin would have sued for 20 million.
Al Baldwin, exactly.
yep, that is not a story made up. That was the best player on their team
Yep.
in like 1987 was Harry Balls.
I'll Google it.
So maybe Elon was a big fan of his.
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. We got about 5 minutes. We're going to do this one question last. I saved it to start with Lenny. World leaders in their own country, everybody has an approval rating.
Okay.
All right. Where does Donald Trump stand when compared against other world leaders as far as his approval rating within his country, right? Their approval rating within their country. So the president of France's approval rating is X. Donald Trump's in the United States is Y. Where do they stand? Where does he rank amongst world leaders in his approval rating?
Well, does it give a number of how many countries participated in this?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 30.
Is
About
Russia
30.
on that list?
Well, that one, they were a little suspect, Lenny. It came back 100% approval.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
So they took that one out and they
All right.
took China out
And-
because
and
they
Belarus.
didn't.
Okay.
Belarus was another one, yes.
Okay.
Everyone also loves the Taliban.
Okay.
Just so you know.
There you go. So
Okay.
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him number one at 52%.
You're going to give him number one.
Well, Macron sucks. Japan's
Usually you give him number two, Lenny, so I'm
Oh,
impressed
yeah.
that you gave him a number
Well,
one.
I only have one finger left. Oh, no.
Yes. Blake,
I'm gonna say 23.
23.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I'm with Jordan.
I'm going to say number one.
I'm so far out of it right now. I'm going to go number 2.
There you go.
Well,
Annoying.
stealing a point
Annoying.
because the actual answer is fifth.
Okay.
Oh.
He's fifth in the world.
Really?
He's got a 52% approval rating.
Right, we know that.
He's number
According to
5
CBS.
in the world. There's only 5 people in the world that are leaders right now that have a positive approval rating, and Trump is at 52. Is the last of those 5.
Edie,
Okay.
Amin.
Who are the other four?
Yeah,
Is
that the next question?
Are they Western countries only?
They're around the world. One is a Western country. So there are 4 countries where the leader has a higher approval rating than Donald Trump. So we're going to go around
Okay.
one time. We'll see if you guys get any of them. You can name the same country or not. So
Blake goes first.
Blake, you go first.
Ooh, I'm gonna. New Zealand.
All right, we got a New
Zealand.
Zealand on the board.
She's gone, though.
Who's the guy in South America that's all afuera? That guy. The
And
wrestler
I
that
know who you
Mealy?
want.
Malay?
Millie?
Mealy, yeah,
Yeah.
Mealy.
I'll say
It's
Mealy.
Argentina.
Argentina.
Yeah.
All right,
That one.
Troy
Um,
and Blake, you are in the lead. You and Kathy are in the lead.
Yeah.
Kathy's actually winning.
Even with missing a question.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Netherlands.
Okay.
Denmark.
Denmark.
He's looking too far down the list. That ain't he's got to look that far for it. I ain't winning that one.
So right now, I'm going to tell you, we can take Argentina out. Amanda's got a point. And we're going to take the Netherlands out, but it's number 7. So you were close. So you guys want to go around one more time. There's still 3 countries
you get to go
that
first.
have a higher approval rating. And actually, Argentina's was 65%. Italy was 65. Netherlands was 42.
And Denmark's not in the top 20, huh?
I didn't see Denmark in here.
Okay.
Alright, so much for us getting
I'll
Greenland.
say
Or California.
Mhm.
I'll say Poland.
Poland. Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna stay Scandinavian here. I'm gonna go with Norway.
All right. Lenny.
I'll throw Spain in there just because we never talk about Spain.
Whew.
Okay.
South Korea's bad. Japan, no. I'm going to say Japan.
The South Korea dude is at 8%.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to go
You're
Japan.
going to jail.
All right. So here's kind of like the top 10, right? Sweden is at 38%. Italy's at 42. Poland's
forgot
at
about
42. You had one, but just not
Okay.
in the top. The Netherlands, we had at 42. Australia, 46. Donald Trump
Australia's at 46.
Yes.
That's crazy.
at
Their
United
leaders are
States.
insane.
Yes, Donald Trump, 52. Switzerland, 56. Argentina, 65. The next one was shocking to me. Mexico, 66%.
Yeah, she's all right.
She's got an amazing approval rating within her country.
All right.
Oh,
Number one with 75% approval rating and one of the largest countries in the world,
Mongolia.
India.
Forget about it.
I didn't say highest. I
Okay.
said largest.
They
Highest
love
would be-
you. They
highest would
love
be
you
the
there,
Netherlands again.
and they love
Yeah,
him here.
Modi's at 75%
Yeah.
See, we
approval
keep
rating.
forgetting about that country too.
Okay, so Kathy won with 6.
Nice.
I'm trusting her scoring of her answers.
Hey, I came back with a tie.
Blake had 5. Amanda had 5. Lenny had 3. Troy had 3. So
He made fun of me.
yes.
That's why I'm
I had
happy.
4.
I thought you
and
had
and
4
Sherry
to
was
start off
in
with.
there. I
Yeah,
may have
it was
missed 1 or
nice.
2. I had her at least at 2. So Sherry, if I was
Good
wrong,
job,
I'm sorry, but I was trying to ask questions.
So-
I thought that was a great poll though
Yeah.
of world leaders.
Yeah.
Trying to figure
No,
out
and,
where
and
everybody
India
was.
makes sense. I can tell
Yeah.
you that guy. He's doing some good things over there.
Yeah. At 7% is a guy in Chechnya. South Korea is at 8. France is at Smart Grown is
Oh,
at
Jesus.
7%.
Yeah.
The guy in Germany who just left is at 6. Trudeau was at 7. Japan was at 21. Somebody had picked Japan. And UK is at 27. Yeah.
Harry
So-
Balls was a minor league player.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a real thing.
Yeah. Does it say where he went to school?
Second baseman, third baseman, born in 68. February 23rd, his birthday's coming up.
I'm going to bet you that
School, Rollins College, Winter Park. You
that
got it.
Elon-
Harrison Eyeball.
Elon
Eyeball.
Musk had the other one in there.
Mhm.
And someone said,
No,
they
don't,
might read
don't
that
go
one.
with that one.
You can't go with that one. Go with
Trademark.
this one instead.
Trademark.
So, yeah. It was so funny because about a week ago, a comedian said, the way this is going, all these kids have to do is keep changing their screen name to other names, and the media will read them. And sure enough, Musk does it, and within 3 days, they're reading out Harry
Well,
on the screen.
what there like a newscast that they put out like the pilots or something like that of a plane that crashed with like really fake names like
Yes, that
like
happened.
Chinese like Chinese like fake names
Mhm.
on it, and they
I
read
didn't
them.
see
They
that.
read them on air. So
Ron Burgundy.
yeah,
Ron Burgundy. All right.
means whale's vagina.
Yeah, I
That's what I
missed a
heard.
few of the comments. I apologize about missing those. All
Santiago.
right, you guys have something to do with Mount Rushmore today?
We're doing music Mount Rushmores, and we're probably going to jump around different tangents of different Mount Rushmores, like baseball, and we're going to end up everywhere.
Can we have a
We got a
Mount?
lot of music to talk about.
Yeah, we got a
dude.
lot. We got a ton of
Leave
music.
baseball out of it. It's been very, very good.
we
to me,
never
but-
we never know what's going to happen. So
Mount Rushmore of music that I wouldn't go to. Rick Springfield, Pat Benatar, and the Boss. I walked out of a free Bruce Springsteen concert. It was
Really?
so bad.
I-
yes, it was
I don't know
horrible.
why you guys got along so well.
I told him I think that he's the most overrated
Horrible.
music person. So who would I know? Brian Adams. Who's the other three?
That I would go to?
No. That's on your Mount Rushmore.
That I would go to, that I like.
Yeah.
Brian Adams, I love his shows are great. Eric Church does a great show. Love to see Chris Stapleton.
Mhm.
I would love to see
He was-
him
he
in
was awesome.
concert.
He was awesome.
Oh gosh.
So that would be your living Mount Rushmore.
That's my living Mount Rushmore. Bands that I never got to see that I would. Bob Seger. I would love to have seen Bob
Oh,
Seger
I
in
saw him
concert.
in
And I think
Jacksonville.
he's finally
Great.
done. But I would love to have seen him in concert. I just missed out on that
Yeah,
one.
that was a great one
Yeah.
too.
There's Chris Stapleton just did last week Austin City Limits, so
Mhm.
you could probably find that very easily.
They were did a concert in New Orleans
he
for
he
the
was
Super
there.
Bowl, and he played at the
Yeah,
amphitheater.
you missed him when he was
Yeah,
here.
he
Yeah, I
did.
did.
It was
Before he was Chris Stapleton.
It was amazing.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, he was just starting to come into his own,
Yep.
coming out of the writer mode into artist mode, and it's one of those concerts like You wrote that too?
Yeah.
He wrote so many songs.
Yes.
Just
Great
amazing.
voice, absolutely great. There was an interview with another songwriter who had hit it big, and he said, I had to work down the hall from Chris Stapleton. And every time he would sing something, I thought, I'm never going to get a job because he's so good. He's just so good. I'm never going to get a job. So, yes.
It was a newscaster in San Francisco that was tricked into reporting that a plane crash was led by Captain Something Wong.
Something wrong. And the other one was all fooked up or something like that.
Oh.
It was
I'm not
good.
seeing the other one.
No.
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 of them. They read all of them.
I felt so bad.
Oof. By the way, Barbara Jean said there's only one person, 4 different faces on there, and that would be Prince.
Yes.
All right. You guys have an awesome weekend. The
Yeah.
morning show will be on tomorrow. I don't know who's going to get in a fight. We all get along great here, and we talk politics. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.